Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man Saturday morning and it's time to make some soap. Well, obviously I haven't been making soap recently, I haven't been doing videos. West Virginia is one of the many states that's on lockdown right now. Thank you God, my employer is considered essential, so I am still working. I doubt the street ministry is happening. I don't know. I wouldn't be going because I don't want to be in a small parking lot with 150 other people. They might get by with having it because it's a religious organization. Food is served, but even so, I hope they've canceled it. It's just too many people in too small a space. It's just not worth it right now. Well, anyway, that's why I haven't been making soap, obviously. What I'm doing today is an experiment. You've watched me before. You've seen me do cold processed soap that I use to wash my dishes. And the way I do that is I use leftover hamburger grease, bacon grease. So I know some people don't like to use animal fats in their soap, and normally I don't. This is just animal fat that was left over. Bacon grease drippings, hamburger grease drippings, normally would have gone into the landfill, so I'm using it to make soap. I'm further using that leftover animal product for a useful product. I'm doing an experiment. Typically, animal fat has been very slow to trace, very, very slow to trace, and I'm going to bank on that today and try to get a little bit creative making my dish soap. Even though it's just going to be ground down and dissolved in water to wash dishes, I'm going to try and get a little bit creative and do a column pour. And if you don't know what that is, that's where you take a slab mold, put a column in it, and pour your very, very thin traced soap over it and let it run down that, and then another color, and it spreads out, and so on, so on, so on. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Who cares? It's dish soap. But I thought I'd try to get creative with this because I'm going crazy not making soap, not being able to do anything other than go to work and come home. So let's try and see. This was pretty dark, so I did put a little TD in it to lighten it up some. I hope I didn't ruin it doing that. We'll find out. This particular batch is hamburger grease, so it's tallow, beef fat, which is also very slow to trace. And that's what I'm hoping on for this pour. So we'll see. This is also 0% superfat. I won't be taking this in the shower. I will be using it to wash the hands, but 0% superfat's okay as long as you've measured correctly and it's not lye heavy. 0% superfat in your soap is okay. And once again, this will be washing dishes and washing the hands, so it's not going to hurt anything. And yes, there are some solids in here. You know, I boiled it to clarify it, but I don't want to boil it over and over and over. I just don't want to spend that much time and electricity. It's just dish soap. And yes, it's holding up well, so let's get it into our 3 containers. Color it, set, and pour it. My usual procedure. I'm just eyeballing these. And making my usual mess, dripping all over the place. Okay. into the one, I have my dispersed titanium dioxide, because it does need to be dispersed. Since this soap generally behaves well, and I'm using a very well behaving fragrance oil, I'm not going to worry about dispersing my other colors. I'm going to put them just right in, stir them in, stick blend it in. So that is activated charcoal, and this is Brambleberry's Caribbean Blue. Now I'm not sure what these colors are going to look like, with this dark oil that was lightened up with TD, but we're going to find out. So, where'd my whisk go? Here it is. Put my TD in this one. Stir it in. Next to my blue and stir it in, and then I'll hit these with the stick blender since this generally behaves well, and it is so far, and I'm using a well-behaving fragrance. Okay, I want that just a little darker. That might just be as dark as it gets because of the TD in it. Oh well, it's alright. Let's get our fragrance in. And this is Nature Gardens Glacier Falls. And boy, it smells good. Got really good reviews. So far this soap is holding up wonderfully. I will quickly hit it with the stick blender since it's holding up so well. Even stick blending like that with your colors in and the fragrance oil, look how well it's holding up. So let's pour this. And let's see, this is the oil I'm going to pour. There we go, so that glare off. I'm going to pour each for about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is a messy pour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll start over. sliding on me. Do one final pass. I'll try to scrape some of this out, get as much as I can. Then I take this out, which is not easy to do because there's an air bubble in there holding it down and it's greasy. But do the best I can. There is a little lip on the edge. Be careful with the air bubble. Then I like to take, I made a little mess on the top, but oh well, I like to take my thermometer and just do the spider. The spider web. Give this a tap on the floor. And even after all of that, it's still a nice consistency, kind of like heavy whipping cream. But yeah. And once again, that's just to wash my dishes with. Now, I've never used this mold for that. I always put it into individual cavity molds, but we'll see how I end up doing this. I'll have to experiment a little bit on how much I need. Then I'll put my dividers in. Tap it again. Spray it with some alcohol, and I'm reluctant to use this because I'm hanging on to my 91% alcohol with everything going on right now, because I'm also using it to spray things down, including my hands, but I don't want that pretty top to ash over, so I'll put the lid on it, put it to bed in a nice warm spot. Don't worry about what's left in the containers. I will scrape that off into an individual cavity mold, so I will see you later for the unveiling. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everybody. Wash your hands. Keep your distance, please. That's nothing new. That's been proven for decades to be effective. Take care of yourselves. Stay well. I'll see you later. Okay, so it's time to cut the soap I made. Keep in mind, if you didn't watch the video, this is dish soap. I'm using this to wash dishes. I made this with 100% tallow. It's hamburger grease. This is hamburger grease that would have gone into the landfill and I made soap with it. I'm going to wash my dishes. So I took one of these bars. I went ahead and took it out of the mold and out of the dividers. I took one of these bars and measured it against one of my others that I have. These are about an ounce heavier, but these also have a lot of water still in them. So they're going to be close in weight to my normal bars, and I use a half of one. So theoretically, I could just cut that in half and shave it down, or whatever. But I don't want to do that. I want to see. That's not what I want to see. I want to see that. So I'm going to turn them on their sides like you do with this pour. See the inside. You're going to see it with me. Oh yeah, very nice. My wife said, well, why did you go through so much trouble to make soap you're just going to shave down and wash dishes with? And I said, well, just wanted to. It's a hobby. That's the reason. Now this is the center one where the column's set. It always looks different, so let's see what it looks like. This is like the center or the hub of the spider that I made, and this is always actually my favorite cut. Yeah, that's the center one. That's always my favorite. Alright, let's not start with the dominoes. Not in the mood for it. Column pour is just one of my favorite pours, and I knew that tallow soap takes a long time to trace. It stays nice and thin for a long time, which you need for this pour. So I have 18 bars of soap for washing dishes, and yes, I know it seems strange. I do it just because it's a hobby and I enjoy it, but yeah, I'm going to wash my dishes with this. And I am just really super happy with the way this turned out. So anyway, I don't know when I'll do another soap video, because I'm not going to the street ministry right now with everything going on, and West Virginia's on shutdown. But you all stay healthy, stay well, stay safe, and I will see you later. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and bye.